Billie Piper has finally broken her silence on ex-husband Laurence Fox 6 years after their quickie divorce. The actress shares sons Winston, 12, and Eugene, 8, with the controversial activist, and the pair were embroiled in a lengthy custody dispute after their split. In 2022, Laurence, 45, publicly spoke out about their arrangement, claiming Billie was using their children as weapons and that he had been denied access to seeing them, while Billie, 41, maintained a dignified silence at the time. She has now spoken out about their complicated relationship in a candid interview with British Vogue. Asked how she navigates co-parenting with Laurence, Billie shared, with enormous difficulty. She continued, "I close everything down and keep a very strict routine with the kids so that there's consistency. I keep them close. That's all I can do. What is paramount for me is the privacy and anonymity of my children. They deserve not to be extensions of the parents and to forge their own identities." Billie added that she tries to avoid hearing anything about her ex, who has hit headlines in recent weeks for a slew of controversies. He was recently dropped from GB News after launching into a sexist rant about a female journalist and lost a high-profile libel case after calling 2 men pedophiles. Yet Billie does her best to avoid being drawn into his scandals, explaining, "I try to keep people from telling me stuff, but it's really, really hard. I don't read it, but everyone wants to talk about it. Sometimes I have to say to people, please don't bring this to me, now or ever." Yet she confessed that she isn't the best person to ask about Laurence, saying, "Look, if people want to try and understand the workings of the guy, they ought to either ask him or his family. Ask Richard Iod what he thinks, or his wife Lydia. They might have a more interesting take." Laurence previously confessed in a Sunday Times interview that he had fallen out with his brother-in-law, half-Nigerian comedian Richard, after his controversial race rant on Question Time. Appearing on the BBC panel show in 2020, he accused Rachel Boyle, an academic at Edge Hill University on Merseyside, of being racist after she called him a white privileged male for denying the Duchess of Sussex was hounded from Britain for being mixed race. After his controversial statements, Laurence revealed his half-Kuwaiti girlfriend of 5 months, Sarah McKinnon, dumped him and caused tension with Richard. Laurence said, "Was furious. He told me I have never encountered racism. I responded, yeah, of course I have. I've encountered racism from black people towards me when I was working in Kenya for 7 months. It's the way you're spoken to. Racism can be deferential." He revealed Richard didn't attend Sunday lunch at their house for a few weekends as a result of their feud, but they have since become friends again. While Billie didn't want to spend her entire interview discussing her ex-husband, she admitted, "Of course I have feelings on that. I'm not dead inside." Billie added, "I've had to make some choices and a divorce speaks for itself. Or at least it should. You have to laugh because it's a lot. It's a good way of kind of soothing yourself." Despite discussing the difficulties of Laurence, she revealed that there has been a positive in their divorce and custody battle. She reasoned, "It's made me feel stronger in many ways. I've learned I have a lot of resilience I didn't know I had.